Hanging out backstage at Ottawa Comiccon with Ming-Na Wen. You just walked off stage from your panel, and judging by the response, a lot of people like you.
I'm so happy to be here, and it's always such a joy to meet with fans and get a chance to talk to them and be, connected with them face to face, and that's why I love coming to these cons.
I think it's safe to say, people knew you from your earlier work, but when you cross over into the Marvel universe, it's a whole other ballgame. What's that transition like for you, or what's it been like for you?
It's been astounding, because not only do I get to work on a show that is just an international success, where it brings so many other storylines, from around the world, but we're also connected to the cinematic world, and I get to take my kids to the premieres, and I get to meet Chris Hemsworth, and
as your eyes twinkle.
Yes, he's a really sweet guy, and he's really not that big in person.
Really?
So no.
He looks huge.
I know he pumps up, I think. Yeah.
You really had that breakthrough role with Joy Luck Club. It's such a different role than the one you have on Agents of S.h.i.e.L.D.
Right.
Obviously, you have a range when you're acting.
Well, thank you.
when you go from a role like that, which is, that movie is it's almost like a masterpiece, and then you go to something that's
not a masterpiece.
No, not that it's not a masterpiece, but it's
a Marvel piece.
It's a Marvel piece,
but
it's lighter.
Yes.
In some respect. In some people's eyes, it's Marvel canon. You got to watch out. But did you approach it differently, or is it always you just look at the role and you take it just as seriously?
It's funny because I did start off in my career sort of playing these kind of like shy or wallflower ingenues, and then to go from that to becoming all these like strong female characters, and for me, May especially is like absolutely the antithesis of who I am.
Okay.
She never smiles. She withholds her feelings all the time. I'll cry at the drop of a hat, and I get very emotional and I laugh all the time. So it's really, really challenging and amazingly fun. But I approach all the characters the same way. I just try to get into their skin and bring a little bit of myself into the character so that there's a reality to who they are.
There's something grounded.
Especially with like Marvel characters, because they're so fantastical, whether they have superpowers or whether they, can kick ass like Agent May can, and be able to fly a plane and do all these other crazy things. In reality, the wonderful thing about Marvel, and I think so many people are attracted to it, is because it is about humanity. It's really, really based on true stories that we can all associate with.
And the Marvel characters have always had real life problems, which make them so relatable.
Exactly. Whether it's about friendship, loyalty, family, sleeping with your enemy. Yeah, all those dilemmas.
Just last question. Tell me a bit about what it was like to work with Kevin Bacon in The Darkness.
Oh my goodness. I have a small part in The Darkness, and it was so exciting because I've been a huge Kevin Bacon fan.
As we all are.
Right?
He's great.
Since
Footloose.
And the fact that, I get to play that game now, how many degrees of separation from Kevin Bacon.
One.
Is it 1 or is it 0?
Well, I think you're 0.
I'm 0. You're 1 now.
I'm 1 now. Thank you.
How cool is that? Your ranking just went up. Although Kevin, I think, absolutely hates the game.
Listen, but I find that when you watch him now, he's able to. I've seen him poke fun at Footloose, and I think he's pretty comfortable in his own skin.
Oh, absolutely. He's just so down to earth and very laid back, and really, really cool guy.
Ming-Na Wen backstage at Ottawa Comiccon. Check her out. She'll be here until tomorrow.